ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Legend of Dragoon. Chapter 3, Fate and Soul. We're headed to the Crystal Palace in Dinagrad. But before I head here, I'm going to go ahead and enter previously on Legend of Dragoon. Evergreen Forest, we fought Kamui, returned him back to normal with the White Silver Dragoon Spirit. Because he was dead. Just kidding, he wasn't dead. He was dead. So now we're here to Dinagrad. We saved Teo. Restored Kamui back to his original form. It's cold! I'm from Tibero and this cold weather is too harsh for me! So I was recording this. Okay, so fun fact. I was recording this earlier, okay? I was recording this earlier, and I had this episode recorded, right? And so I had this episode recorded in Dinagrad, and I got up to a certain point that you'll see here, hopefully in a minute, unless it's edited, which was the plan. Instead of just, hold on, let me buy these before I talk. Throw myself off and shit. Okay. Let's see if I see what they got here. Yes. Okay. So, as I was saying, instead of stopping the recording, I decided to keep going and just record it and then edit it. Since I kind of have, for now, I have an editing software. Why don't? Because YouTube deleted their video editor for some reason. So, I guess it was clouding up their servers, or clogging up their servers. Anyway, it is said that the divine tree that lives in our heart and the last fruit have been protected from evil by the signets created by the ancient Winglies. If that's too loud, I'm sorry. I turned up my volume so you could hear me because I noticed in my other videos that it sounded like I was whispering. The legend goes, when the signet is broken, the end of the world approaches. Just like the last fruit, we humans are one of the fruits given life by the divine tree. For the end of the world to be a mere legend, we must remove evil from our hearts and live in honesty. It is our mission as children of the divine tree. So yeah, I'd planned on recording all the way through to where I needed to go and then editing it into different parts. It'd been like 3 parts. It was like 50, 60 minutes. And then like I got, I was almost near the end. I had one more scene to go, and then like my capture card, but my OBS, I use OBS, and it just went. So it didn't record. It just, everything, like 30 something. It was like 40 minutes. Anyway, a divine tree. I've never heard of it. We still don't know what the objectives are for Lloyd. Any information could be helpful. Oh, you must be travelers. Welcome to Dinagrad. My name is Bishop Dill. I serve the divine tree. I'm sorry. This drawing is what you were talking about? Yes, it is. The divine tree. But this is what we imagine. Nobody has seen the real tree. Nonetheless, we believe in the divine tree. It is the source of life and harmony. Would you like to know more about the divine tree? Oh boy, would I! Well, I guess we're gonna have a cutscene. See how deep his voice is.
The divine tree.
The divine tree
of life.
Is the tree
All
of
life comes from this divine tree. In the beginning, nothingness filled the world.
Then
the Creator saw descended from the sky.
That is actually ascending from the ground.
and his followers created the world. In the end, Soa sowed a seed on the earth. The seed soon grew to be a great tree.
The Divine Tree!
The great tree bore 108 fruits, and various life forms arose from the ripened fruits. Thus, 108 forms of life were created to fill the world.
Is that right?
The divine tree completed its role, but the story says it is still protected by the signet of Soa.
I love the way he says Soa. The signet of Soa. Soa. It is like this the world was established with a fate determined by Soa. God's tree is sown by Soa is the divine tree? If you would like to find out more about this, you can go to the National Library. Is that the Milsus? Okay. Say, see you. I feel like I said that in like chapter 2. It's like Mill say see you. Mill say see you. That's how I need to start pronouncing it, because I feel like that might be properly how it's pronounced. I can step into the treasury of knowledge. I wonder if I am capable of receiving all this incredible luck and still remain calm. No, I cannot. The treasure of knowledge is shining and calling me. Albert, are you okay? Let's go! Thanks, Bishop. I know you. You are Librarian Ute. His voice is even worse than Bishop's. Alright, so who are you people? Do you realize that you are talking to Librarian Ute? No, sorry. So, what do you want? Have you interrupted my ceremony for no reason? I don't like stubborn old guys because I want to be an adorable old guy. Did you say something? Please wait. We were told by I almost switched to consonants and said Bishop Bill that there is a wonderful library here. If you want, you could just go to the library. Wait. I locked the door when I left! So could you open the door? I would love the opportunity to touch such treasures of intelligence. Alright, stop looking at me like that. I appreciate it. I'll let you in now. You fucking freak. You're a freaking psychopath. You're such a haughty old guy. Don't say that. We have to do what we can do until Lloyd shows up. That's true. He used a dragon and a Dragoon in Sergio and in Tiburoa. He obtained the cooperation of a Wingly. We don't know what he will do from here. We don't know what he'll do. We have no idea. I don't. So, as you would guess, eventually you're gonna have to. You'll have to fight. Oh, what's his name? Lloyd. I don't know why I keep going in. You'll have to fight Lloyd. So, as a tale as old as time. Don't know why that song's in my head. Oh wow. So eventually, yes, you will have to fight Lloyd, and I think it's in this chapter. To the library! How did I know? Nothing else was important right now. Okay, this is where we're going. This is incredible! Isn't it though? I was gonna say, this is the knowledge source of indiness. Go look for anything you want. Thanks, Ute. Oot? I wouldn't want to call him Oot. It should be Ute. The entire wall is filled with books. Yoshida, I'm glad you have eyes. Maybe we can find out something about mirages and the moon that never sets. It doesn't look like looking at these things all the time have an effect on you or something. It made me wise. Kogel feels dizzy. Giganto slows to books. Here's something about dragoons. And it also talks about dragons. Ha! See how I fixed that? Bottom one said dragoons, but the top said dragons. But I fixed it anyway, instead of saying dragoons. We can say that the Serdian War was started from the dragoon spirit that was brought by Lloyd. Let's split up and look. Let's just do it. I guess I have to use my brain for the first time in a long time. Can Kongol read human words? It's Rosebud here. She would tell us a lot. They will be back when they finish with their errands. We have to do what we can do. Now. 4 little girls. It is about Winglies, I guess. You guess? Congo cannot read human characters. Congo looks pictures. Let me read it. Winglies are people who employ magical power. They had their glory 11,000 years ago and had enormous magical power that could float colossal cities. City floats. Yes, it is unimaginable in the current world. They became extinct after the war with humans who were seeking their liberation. But Linus, who was a Wingly, was alive. Besides us, dragoons are supposed to be only a legend. A legend does not necessarily tell the truth. Take a look at this picture. Humans and dragons. Congo. No, dragoons and dragons. And what is this? Virage manipulated by Winglies? So, Shauna? Shauna, did you find something? This book is talking about divine moon objects, but they are just divine objects from a legend to begin with. There are no details. If we can find out the meaning of the divine moon objects, we think we can find out what Lloyd wants. Okay, let me read the part I found. After the Dragon campaign, humans controlled the continent of Indiness and divided the continent into 4 and established 3 new continents. To the east, Serdio. To the south, Tibaroa. To the north, Milsei Siu. And to the west of the continent, the untouched land, the Death Frontier. Each country shared 3 divine objects inherited from the Winglies as proof of their alliance. The divine moon objects are said to conceal magical power. However, their usage is unknown. His mystery must be hidden in there. I will look into it more. Yo, what up, Hashel? This book talks about the dragoons. The dragons from legend? Yes, it is. The heroes of the Dragon campaign. According to this, we are the first new dragoons to come along since that time. Maybe. Dragoons are to be called when history requires them. When history requires them? Is that now? Lovitz was a dragoon, and Graham. Dole, and Linus too. Were their deaths necessary? That is what only history can tell. I, of course, don't know. However, it all started out from the dragon spirit that Lloyd brought. If Lloyd is a part of the history that is necessary, then our journey... Why is that not capitalized? Then our journey seems to be dragged along by his fate. In spite of the fact that they were humans, the 7 heroes who led the Dragon campaign to victory 11,000 years ago crossed the sky and cast spells. After they fulfilled their roles, they vanished with the Dragoon spirits as if it were some unavoidable fate. This legend seems to be telling us that after this journey, we will vanish. Oh my god! This is a marvelous place. It seems all the wisdom that humans can possibly know is here. I'm reading a book on politics now. This is very... Can you do politics after we take care of Lloyd? Yes, indeed. Now, let me read the portion that talks about dragons. According to this, dragons are the second most powerful species of all 107 creatures given life by the divine tree. Their attacks and life power overwhelm others. However, the creator Soa created a balance by reducing the dragon's intelligence. Therefore, they were to be controlled by humans with their wisdom. During the Dragon campaign 11,000 years ago, they had fierce battles against Farages manipulated by Winglies and couldn't avoid being annihilated. But they weren't annihilated like the book says. True, and again, they are ruled by the Dragoons. I'll look for more. It led to the Dragon campaign? What you talking about, Ute? Ute, what you talking about that? It led to the Dragon campaign! What do you need? Are you acting superior again? Of course, I am superior. I prefer being hit with the girls over being superior. I don't care about those things. It seems you are interested in the Dragon campaign. Wingley's divine moon objects, dragons, and dragoons. These all had something to do with the Dragon campaign. Then Lloyd has something to do with the Dragon campaign? The Dragon campaign is my specialty. Maybe I can be of assistance. Tell me. We only know fragments. I see. This is the legend of the Dragon campaign that I know.
There were 7 Dragoon warriors in the legend of the Dragon campaign. Dragoons, reputed to be the incarnation of dragons. With dragons at their side, the Dragoons fought boldly. However, in the age when the legend was reality, the Winglies dominated all, even the gods. The gods answered to dictator Melbu Frama's prayers and granted him ultimate power. But the power was abused. The earth of Saint Imperial Gloriano was scorched by the gods' fire and became ashen. The anger and sadness of the people was fuel for the Dragoons' cause. Then at last they freed the gods. Without the gods' power, the Winglies perished, and our age, the human age, began. Thereafter, the gods floated in the sky. For 11,000 years, they have been looking over the world as the moon that never sets.
That is the story. Did you find out something related to Lloyd? Oh well, that's unfortunate. I must have skipped what somebody said. You are already here, so you might as well check the reference room upstairs. Are there more books? No, it can contains the historical material of meal, say see you. For other people, it may seem to be mere trash. However, for our country, they are all historic objects. This is something left by the Black Monster that brought an inferno on this country. The Black Monster? It has already been 18 years. It is surprising a young man like you knows about it. I was born in Neat! God! Are you a survivor from the village? What we got here is the beginning, ended in the Dragon campaign. Look right here, it's a ship, the Ghost, the Saint Louisa, relics from the Neat tragedy. Stone plate with wings on it, depicting Wingley's vine tree looking thing. Depiction of dragoons. Hey, what you got, brother? Brother. This is the stained glass of the church in Neat. Do you remember seeing this? Yes, faintly, but I do remember. I don't know why it sounds like they're talking inside of a glass cup. It was really a monster. These are the only things that survived the Black Flame. Do you know anything about what happened to Neat back then? Any survivors or... I know only one. Who is that? The second sacred sister of Mil Seisiu, Sister Luana. It seems you don't know her. Nah, bruh. Who that? However, I can tell you a little about the Black Monster. There is a legend about the Black Monster and the Moon Child. Would you like to hear it? Yeah, let's hear it, dog. What's up? Yeah, what's up? It is ironic, but the people who visit the church in Neat pray for their own happiness by looking at the stained glass which shows the legend of the Black Monster and the Moon Child.
Why did the gods create him? The Black Monster. He appears in various legends as a demon who rebels against and devours the gods. An evil plague that rejects peace in the world. The god that is the moon that never sets.
What?
The moon that never sets glows red every 108 years. It is a sign that a herald will be sent to Earth. The herald is known to us as the Moon Child. The legend says the Moon Child revives the gods on Earth and purifies the world. The Black Monster abhors, hates, and despises it, and kills the Moon Child.
Okay, guys, hear me out. So every 108 years, that means that
this god stays forever in the sky.
It's like basically for every species, okay? And then listen, he just said that the moon that never sets is a god. That means it's a goddess because it gives birth to a moon child. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know where I was going with that. That's just throwing things out there. What I theorize from what I hear. You just gonna show me a bunch of like murals or? That never sets is red. Oh my gosh. Was that in the library?